It's 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, and you're standing in the middle of the gym you own. Every treadmill is taken. There's a line at the front desk, and you're thinking, I did it. This place is printing money. It's lying to you, because almost everyone you're looking at right now is costing you money. The hot showers, the towels, the treadmill belts wearing down under their shoes. No, your profit is coming from somewhere else. It's coming from the 4,000 members who aren't here, the ones who came twice in January, and never came back. And they're still paying you every single month. And here's the part I need you to sit with. You've probably been one of them. I know I have. So today we're not talking about gyms in general. We're building yours. One gym, one town, real numbers, and every dollar tracked from day one. You're going to make the calls, and at the end, we'll open the books and see if you survived. Let's go spend your money. Okay, here's what you bought. Leased. 6,000 square feet in a suburban strip mall. Used to be a furniture store. Concrete floor. Ugly lighting. One sad bathroom in the back. Rent, $15,000 a month. There's a grocery store 2 doors down, which matters more than you'd think. That's free foot traffic walking past your window every day. Now, your first real decision, because a gym isn't one business, it's 5. You could go budget, $10 a month, pack in thousands of members, pure volume. You could go luxury, $150 a month, eucalyptus towels, sell a lifestyle, boutique studio, 1 room, 1 class format, or a tiny personal training studio that doesn't sell memberships at all, just hours with a coach. You're going middle of the road, a real gym for regular people. Weight floor, cardio deck, a few classes, $59 a month. Not the cheapest in town, not the fanciest. Yours. Feels reasonable, right? Good. Now let's find out what reasonable costs. First, the landlord wants a security deposit before you touch anything. 4 months of rent, $60,000. Gone before you own a single dumbbell. Now the build-out? And here's the thing nobody tells you. The expensive part of a gym isn't the equipment. It's turning an empty box into a room that can legally hold 100 sweating people. That concrete floor? Drop one loaded barbell on it, and it cracks. You need impact-absorbing rubber flooring, $28,000. That one sad bathroom becomes real locker rooms with showers, moisture-proof walls, actual drainage, $35,000. Mirrors, floor-to-ceiling installed, $7,000. Walls, paint, front desk, signage, $45,000. And then the air. Stay with me, because this is the cost that ambushes everyone. A furniture store was never built for 100 bodies producing heat and sweat for hours. And the fresh air you owe those people isn't up to you. It's building code. Roughly 20 cubic feet of fresh air per minute, per person, plus extra for the room itself. Run that for your floor at peak. Over 2,000 cubic feet of fresh air every minute. That's not a fan from the hardware store. That's an industrial HVAC system. $38,000 for air. Add permits, a year of insurance, launch marketing, $25,000 to make sure the town knows you exist. And here's the one first-timers always skip. A cash reserve. $120,000 sitting in the bank doing nothing. Why? You'll see. That boring pile of cash is going to decide whether you make it. And you still don't own a single treadmill. Time for the equipment and your first real fork in the road. The shopping list. Commercial treadmills run $2,000 to $8,000 each. You need 10. Strength machines, $1,000 to $5,000 each. You need 15. Add racks, benches, and a full dumbbell run. Total bill, about $165,000. Option 1. Buy it. It's yours. No monthly payment hanging over your head. But you just drained your cash at the exact moment you're most fragile, the empty early months. And commercial machines under daily abuse wear out in ways your home treadmill never will. Option 2. Lease it, about $3,400 a month. Your cash stays safe, and you can refresh the machines every few years. The catch? The lease carries around 8% interest. Over its life, you'll pay way more than the iron is worth. And if your gym dies, the lease doesn't die with it. It follows you personally out the door. What do you pick? You lease. Right call, honestly. In year 1, cash is oxygen. But understand what you just did. You bolted a $3,400 bill to every month of your life, whether 3 people show up or 300. Here's a cost. The daydream version of this always forgets humans. Your gym is open 16 hours a day. Somebody has to be at that desk. So, one manager, $4,000 a month. Part-time desk staff covering open to close, about $6,000 a month. Cleaning, and trust me, a gym that smells like a gym loses members fast, $1,800. With payroll taxes, you're at roughly $12,000 a month in wages, every month, before one member walks in. Could you go the other way? Sure, some budget gyms run 24/7 with keycard entry and nearly zero staff. Cameras, door codes, no one at the desk at 2 a.m. It works for the $10 volume model. But you're charging $59. At $59, people expect a human being to say good morning. Your price picked your payroll, 2 more bills, boring ones. The kind that either cost you a little now or everything later. First, insurance and waivers. You're running a room full of heavy, moving metal and tired people. Someone will eventually drop a weight on a foot, slip in a shower, tweak a back, liability insurance, and a lawyer-drafted waiver that every member signs, around $750 a month. The day something goes wrong, that paperwork is the wall between an incident and losing the business. Second, and I love this one because nobody sees it coming, the music. Playing music in a business is legally nothing like playing it at home. In the US, you owe public performance licenses to multiple rights organizations at once, all in $1,000 to $4,000 a year. Skip it. These organizations literally send investigators into gyms to check. Statutory damages start at $750 per song and can reach 6 figures per song if a court decides you knew better. The owner who thought his personal streaming account was fine just bet his business against a $2,000 bill. That's the pattern of this whole industry, by the way. The real costs are never on the equipment catalog. They're buried in a lease clause, a license, a contract nobody reads until it bites. Opening day, balloons, a ribbon. Your mom takes a photo. Now, the market you're fighting for is smaller than you think. About 80% of your members will come from within a 10 to 15-minute drive. That's it. Not the city, a 10-minute circle around your front door. That circle is your entire world. Lucky for you, your circle is full of exactly the households of $59 gym fits. That wasn't luck, actually. That was the one decision you got right before spending a dime. Let's add up your monthly bills. Rent, payroll, the lease, utilities, which with nonstop ventilation and hot showers run $3,500. Insurance, software, a repair budget, ongoing marketing. All in about $39,000. Every month, at $59 a head, do the division. You need 661 members just to break even. 661 people paying you monthly before you earn $1. On opening day, you have 140. And this is normal. A new gym typically needs 12 to 18 months to grind its way to break even. Every one of those months, you're feeding the gap from that cash reserve. Now, you know why the boring pile of money was the most important line on the list. 6 months in, members are trickling up, 380, 450, 520, and you start noticing something weird in your software. There's a member, signed up in week 1, paying perfectly every month, hasn't scanned in since February. Then you filter the list, and your stomach drops. It's not one member, it's most of them. Across the industry, about 2 out of 3 gym members rarely or never use the gym they pay for. And your first instinct is panic. My product is failing. But hold on. Think about what a member actually costs you when they show up. Hot water, towels, machine wear, and space on the floor during your busiest hour. Space that makes the gym feel crowded and pushes other members toward quitting. Every visit costs you real money, and the member who never comes costs you nothing. No water, no wear, no crowding. Their $59 arrives every month and flows almost straight to the bottom line. Now look up from the spreadsheet because this changes how you see your own building. Say you grow to 3,000 members someday. Your floor legally holds maybe 250 people. Fire code. If even 10% of your members showed up at once, you'd be over capacity in minutes. So, what are you actually selling? Not access to a room. You're selling a bet, a statistical bet that most people who pay won't come, and a big chunk will never come at all. And here's the moment I told you about at the start. Check your own bank statement. That membership you kept paying for months after you stopped going. You weren't lazy. You weren't broken. You were behaving exactly the way this entire industry is built to expect. Signing up felt like a promise to a future you. Keeping the payment felt like keeping the promise alive. And canceling meant admitting the plan failed. So for $59, you just didn't. Millions of people, same story. That's not a character flaw. That's the business model, and now you're standing on the other side of it. Does it feel a little gross? Sit with that feeling, because in a minute, you'll have to decide what kind of owner you're going to be about it. Your first new year, and it hits like a wave. Roughly 12% of the entire year's gym signups happen in January alone. Your phone buzzes nonstop. You run a joining fee discount, spend big on ads, and in 4 weeks, you add 300 members and a pile of upfront cash. Best month of your life. Decision 2. What do you do with the windfall? New equipment? A second location scout? A little celebration. You've earned it, you bank it. Every dollar into the reserve. And thank God, because here's what the wave does next. About half of new members stop showing up within 6 months. Of the resolution crowd specifically, up to 80% are gone by summer. Still paying, some of them, but drifting toward cancel. February is the most dangerous month in fitness. Motivation dies faster than habit forms. The owners who go broke aren't the ones with bad gyms. They're the ones who spent January like it was the new normal instead of a spike. Speaking of canceling, you now face the industry's ugliest choice. Standard practice looks like this. Cancel in writing only. Some contracts in person or by certified mail. 30 to 60 days notice, which conveniently guarantees one more billing cycle. And entire back-office teams chasing expired credit cards because failed payments drive 30 to 40% of all cancellations. Regulators have noticed. The FTC pushed a national click-to-cancel rule in 2024. A court knocked it down on procedure in 2025, and the agency restarted the process. New York City passed its own version with fines over $500 per violation. Here's the tell, and it's the most honest sentence in this video. If a gym's survival depended on happy members who love showing up, it wouldn't need to barricade the exit. The friction is a confession. You choose the middle path. Easy online cancellation, 30 days notice. It costs you some revenue. It also means you sleep at night and your reviews don't call you a trap. In a 10-minute circle business, reputation is rent you don't pay. Now the ghosts pay the rent, but the growth comes from a second engine. Training. One-on-one training has a hard ceiling. $80 a session, maybe 25 sessions a week before a coach burns out. A single trainer tops out around $100,000 a year in revenue, and you can't add hours to a day. So you break the ceiling, small groups. One coach, 4 clients, $40 each. $160 from 1 hour, double the one-on-one rate, while each client pays half of private coaching. Everybody wins. Your trainers take a 40% commission. You keep the rest for the space and the margin. 2 coaches running a real program add about $6,000 a month to your bottom line. And here's the kicker. 1 committed training client is worth more to you than a dozen ghosts. They're also the members who actually stay. Quick reality check before we open your Year 2 books. Because maybe you're thinking, fine, small gyms are fragile, but scale fixes this. Meet Bally Total Fitness at its peak, the biggest health club chain in America. Their trick, multi-year contracts financed like car loans, future revenue locked in on paper. Genius, until the aggressive sales tactics triggered lawsuits and accounting investigations, and the whole debt-fueled structure buckled. Bankruptcy in 2007, again in 2008, sold off in pieces. Then 24-hour fitness, same ending. Different door, too much debt against real cash flow. And when the bill came due, being huge didn't matter. Neither empire died from a lack of people wanting to work out. They died because the math connecting fixed costs to reliable revenue snapped. A full parking lot tells you nothing about whether the skeleton underneath can hold. Remember that the next time a crowded gym looks like easy money to you. All right, 2 years in, let's see what your decisions actually built. 2 versions of the same year. Both completely realistic. Version 1, things break your way. You crossed break-even in month 14. Membership settles around 880. Churn stays at the low end. The training program hums. Revenue for the year, about $700,000. Costs, about $575,000. Your take-home, roughly $125,000, an 18% margin. For the capital and the hours you put in, genuinely good. This is the version where you smile at that 6 p.m. crowd. Version 2. Nothing dramatic, just ordinary bad luck. A $10 budget chain opens 2 miles away, or is inside your circle, and vacuums up your price-sensitive members. Churn runs at the high end. You're now losing 30-plus members a month and must recruit almost 400 a year just to stand still. The machines age, repairs climb an extra $2,000 a month. Membership sags to 640. 21 people below your break-even line. Same building, same sign, same crowded Tuesday evenings because your regulars still come. And you're quietly losing $3,000 to $5,000 a month, feeding the gap from your reserve, doing the math on how many months you have left. The distance between those 2 years? Well over $100,000. Not one moment of it looks like a crisis from the parking lot. Could you actually do it? Here's your honest scorecard. You'd need about $530,000 all in. A 10-minute circle with the right incomes, the discipline to treat January like a survival fund, the stomach to accept that your steadiest revenue comes from people who forgot you exist, and the wisdom to know that the crowd you can see was never the business. The business is the 661 payments that arrive whether anyone shows up or not. If you walked in thinking you'd be selling fitness, this business would eat you. The owners who survive know exactly what they're running. A subscription machine that happens to have dumbbells in it. And if you think that's a strange way to make money, wait until you see the business where your biggest tenant pays almost no rent on purpose, and the whole building is designed so you can't find the exit. Next time, what it actually costs to own a shopping mall. See you there.